Hello,
Hello, good morning.
how are you?
Uh, a little bit nervous, I think.
Okay, I'll try to be gentle with you. Okay, so my
Thank
name is
you.
Chris,
Nice to meet
and
you.
have you done an IELTS speaking test before?
No, actually, this is the first one I take an IELTS speaking test.
Okay, all right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you questions in three parts, and I'm going to ask the question, let you answer. I will stop you when you have given a long enough answer for me. So don't worry about me stopping you. That's just part of what I'm going to do. Okay. And so
Okay.
just answer the questions the best you can, and I'll give you a score at the end.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So if you don't have any questions, we'll start now.
I think we can start right now.
Okay. So, all right. I'd like to start by talking about your home. So, do you live in a house or an apartment?
I live in an apartment with my
Okay.
father. Okay.
All right. And what is your favorite room in your home?
Uh, to be honest, my house is just a small house, and we don't have many rooms in the house. But I would choose the living room to be my favorite one because in the living room I feel comfortable here, and it's the largest room in the house and a lot of light because we design many windows in the living room.
Okay, great. And is there anything about your house that you would like to change?
If I have a chance to redesign my house, I would want to have more tree in the house because now we are living in Ho Chi Minh City and we face air pollution every day. So I think it would be better if we have tree and the clean would be more fresh in my house.
Okay, good. And would you like to move to a different home in the future?
I think I don't want to change my current apartment because it's quite comfortable and it's the place where I was born and raised, and I get used to it. But in the future, if I can afford a better job with a higher salary, I think I would choose to a new apartment with larger restroom for my father. Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you. All right, we're going to talk about reading now. So, do you like reading books?
Yeah, I enjoy reading books and I read different types of books.
All right. Why do you enjoy reading books?
Because I always think that books help me get more knowledge than just take course at school or talking with people. For example, if I want to know information or knowledge about a country overseas, I have to afford a trip to go with, and it's kind of expensive. So, but if I can read a book, I can just stay at home and still know about that country. Yeah,
Okay,
I
great.
can be more
And
active
so,
to
what kind
control.
of books
Yeah.
do you? Okay, great.
Uh,
What kind of books do
okay.
you like
I
to
love reading
read?
classical books. I love reading classical novels. Yeah, because classical
Oh,
novel is also contain the knowledge of histories and the viewpoints of the famous writer. And I think
right.
the knowledge is worth reading.
Okay. And what do you think are the benefits of reading for children?
Hmm. Yeah, good questions. I think reading for children can help them be more proactive to approach knowledge and get them less distracted by game or unmeaningful activities, stuff sort of things.
Okay, great. All right. So we're going to move on to the speaking part two now. So in the speaking part two, I will give you a topic and you will have 1 minute to prepare some notes, and then you'll have to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. Do you have any questions?
No, yeah.
All right. So I'm going to give you a topic about a time in your life when you helped somebody else with a problem. I'm sending you the question now. So you have 1 minute to prepare. All right, are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready for it.
Okay, please begin.
So, okay. Back then, 3 years ago, when I still was in the high school, my best friend, she got a plan to migrate to America. But that time she is not a good student and she's really afraid of speaking English, especially for the interview for the visa. So she asked me to help her with the English practices because I have credential as a good student in class, especially with language. So to help her, I have created a small group in my school and I invite my friend to join us. We practice together every week in the weekends. And sometimes I also ask her to watch English movie and do the exercise together. We get practice every day and she's really improved her skills as a time. And finally, she succeeded to get the visa to America and she thanks me a lot for it and always thankful of me for helping her. Sometimes we still keep in contact and talking about the life in Vietnam and America. And from this experience, I get a lessons that don't hesitate to teach each other because even when we are not teacher, we still can help our friends or any people because if we think in a positive way, uh, teaching is the most powerful to help people grow and be better. So
All right,
I
great.
just
Okay, that's fine. So thank you very much for your answer. All right, so we're gonna move on now to talking about helping people in general. So do you like helping other people?
yeah, I addicted on helping people because that time I feel needy and yeah, I have the meaning to each other.
All right, good. And do you think people are helping each other less these days than they did in the past?
Because I'm a positive person, so I don't think people help other less in the past. Just I don't even think in the opposite side that people even help other people more because today we have technology, so people are more connected, and that then we can help people. For example, some problem happen now, like the sexual harassment when the girls being abused, and then the social media, yeah, many group of people talk about that problem and put it in the some many platform, and that we can stand up for the problem.
All right, good. And uh, how do some students, such as high school students, help each other?
Mm, because I also used to be a high school student, so I think we can have many ways to help friends as long as we want to. So like I did with my friend, we can help our friend improve their academic results, like asking them to join some academic clubs and doing tasks, yeah, and watching films or read books, go to the library.
Okay, great. And how can charitable organizations help people?
It's obviously that a charitable organization help people. They always do some charity things like giving away the food and clothes for poor people, and also fundraising to support the money for the poor children in the rural areas. So yeah, I think it's obvious.
All right, good. All right, that's everything for the test. So thank you very much for answering. You did a good job, so don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll send you. I believe they'll send you a report a little bit later, but just one of the one thing I would say is the ending sounds on things like your plurals and your eds kind of disappear, which is something that happens with native speakers, but it happens in a different way. That's not something that I think is terribly important, but it is one of the things that will often I know students in my experience who have this problem tend to not get quite the score they're looking for on speaking. And when I feel like otherwise they should be getting a high score, they're not. And it just seems to be that the examiners in Vietnam really, really focus on this. And it's just like, oh, no ED endings, pronunciation score just kind of, that's like it ends up being lower
I
than
know it's
even though
difficult to
other
practice it.
pronunciation
Yeah.
characteristics. Yeah. So it's just, as I said, that was something, because I was like, wait, are you doing verb tenses wrong? But no, your verb tenses are fine. You're using complex verb tenses, but I'm just like, oh no, it's just the ED's dropping all the time. So anyways, good luck on any future tests you do, and good luck on the TESTURU'S competition.
Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, goodbye.
Okay, bye-bye.